A very warm welcome to you all. My name is Michelina Vatises and today we're in front of the Dealsville right here in Walvis Bay. So today, as per usual, we'll bring you the news, the weather and tides, and Paul Ndjambula, who is the chairman of the Swakopmund Business Chamber, will be telling us about the plans they have for this year and how to become a member. So stay tuned, we'll be right back after this. And now time for our news. Hake management plan under review. The fishing sector employs over 15,000 persons directly, mainly in Walvis Bay and Ludritz. Additionally, it sustains businesses such as workshops, marine suppliers, supermarkets, furniture and clothing shops, doctors, accountants, engineers, cleaning and transport companies all over the country. It is estimated that over 100,000 Namibians are directly or indirectly dependent on the fishing industry. Therefore, it is vital that fisheries remain well managed and supported as a vital pillar of the Namibian economy. The chairman of the Confederation of Namibia Fishing Associations, Mati Amukwa, said, with regards to the sustainability certification of the Namibian hake fishery by the respected Marine Stewardship Council, MSC. The certification of the hake fishery recognizes and rewards the sound management of the hake resources by the MFMR. Amukwa emphasized that while applying for MSC certification made economic sense for the hake sector, it should not be forgotten that there are other subsectors that have also seen dramatic growth since independence, when most stocks were overfished and close to extinction. Today, horse mackerel, monk, and crab are fished at maximum sustainable yield, which raises the question whether the Marine Resource Act rules and policies which were introduced at the independence with the aim of stock rebuilding and to ensure that the benefits of the fishery remained in Namibia are still applicable 31 years later, or whether they need to be adapted to take cognizance of the current circumstances. Moving on to our second story, uniquely Namibian. The abalone farm in Ludritz, operated and owned by the Oldhaven List Group through its subsidiary Hangana Seafood, is described as a Namibian uniqueness. According to Hangana Seafood Managing Director Herman Teron, their abalone farm is the only place in Namibia where abalone is spawned, grown and sold. Our export markets are mainly Hong Kong, mainland China as well as Japan. The farm's current capacity is about 50 metric tons, and we would like to expand to 300 metric tons in the foreseeable future. The farm currently employs 50 persons with potential to increase this number to 250 once a capacity of 300 metric tons is reached. While COVID-19 wreaked havoc across all sectors of the economy, the pandemic did not have a significant impact on operations at the abalone farm, Daron said. However, the abalone market collapsed completely. Currently, many South African farms are overstocked, which has a negative impact on the price. Additionally, the illegal poaching of abalone has a major impact on the South African abalone industry. We do not have wild abalone in our waters in Namibia. Moving on to our third and final story for today, Etosha sustaining jobs despite challenges. During the past 5 years, Etosha Fishing has endured the most challenging times in the history of the company, however has managed to remain operational and sustain employment for its seasonal workers, although on a limited basis. Due to a shortage of fish for processing in recent years, Etosha Fishing was forced to employ workers on a rotational basis, which is not ideal. However, it gave everyone a fair chance to earn something instead of reducing the number of workers, says Etosha Fishing Managing Director Nezet Biekers. She highlights that as As from February this year, the company started with double shifts on a trial basis to give all employees the opportunity to work simultaneously. The challenge remains that in the absence of raw material to process, the company cannot create employment when there is no fish to process. I am grateful to be earning an income, says Monica Hues, hygiene supervisor who has been with Etosha Fishing for 19 years. Selvi Shuvidonya, fish packer, employed for 7 years, also expresses his gratitude. Etosha Fishing provides me with an income which allows me to look after my family. Working for Etosha is a dream that has come true. Since I came to Walvis Bay, I had a desire to work for Etosha Fishing. It makes me proud to work here because this is a Namibian factory and a #1 factory in canning in our country. It is where I feel that my efforts are not in vain because this is a company that is still feeding the nation even in hard times. I feel proud because I am contributing to Etosha's legacy, and my hope is that it will remain operational for the next generation to carry on the good work, says Valens Morning Ninda, a forklift driver that has been employed with Etosha Fishing for the past 4 years. The catching and canning of pilchards have traditionally been at the core of the company's business. Since the pilchard moratorium was introduced in December 2017, Etosha Fishing had to stop operating daily double shifts for wet fish processing, hence limiting employment and income for the seasonal employees. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after this.
Erongo Talk viewers, Adam Hartman here. We welcome you to our first ever open studio interview. And with us is our first ever guest to the studio, Mr. Paul Ndjambula, who's the chairperson of the Swakopmund Business Chamber. Paul, thank you for joining us, and thank you that you can be part of our little moment of history.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Adam. And it's really a pleasure, and I feel an honor to be your first guest for this new venture here. Yeah. And I'm always fond of your work you're doing, of selling our town, but also the region at large. And let's be part of building a positive story for Namibia.
For sure.
Yes.
And I think your story is quite positive. The Swakopmund Business Chamber.
Yes.
What exactly is that about?
Okay, so the Swakopmund Business Chamber is actually an association, Section 21, which was founded on the principle of to have a voice for the business community of Swakopmund. Okay. So, like any other association, it was founded because there's a need, and the chamber strive to advocate for the needs of those members.
All right, so when exactly was it established?
Okay, so the chamber was established last year, which means it's 2021. Started ending the year with discussions with different members and eventually coming back together, and it was fully registered in June 2021.
And members, how many members do you have?
Okay, so the membership has been growing over the last few months. It's taking time, but I think we have now over 70 members.
Wow.
So which is in a short, we still believe in a short time, and we are targeting very soon by May to reach over 100 members. And I mean, if you look at Swakopmund, a city which is having about 3,500 businesses. And then people, the more they see activities and things you are doing, and they associate themselves with what you're doing, the more members will be able to sign up.
All right. So look, I remember we had the NCCI
Yes.
branch in Swakopmund. How is this chamber different to the NCCI?
Well, we see ourselves as a new association or as a new chamber for the Swakopmund to really be the voice of business Swakopmund. So the NCCI is a national body. It has branches around the country. I don't want to go into to details. So you have read most of the newspapers articles, what is happening up in the north, the south, around the country. Our view is that associations are founded because there's a need. Now, it's also important that to maintain the membership and to grow that membership is that an association leaders and those working for the associations should be able to listen and to work on those issues of the members. So the same of us, say fast forward, if maybe 2-3 years time we're not following the constitution, which is why the principle were founded, we'll find ourselves in a difficult situation.
Okay.
And just to add to that also, Adam, I think in general people must know that Namibia follow the Anglophone when it comes to chambers or business forums or associations, which means it's an open society. Unlike in France, it's a mandatory. So if you are in the city of Paris or in the city of Lyon, it's a must that when you register the city of Lyon or Paris, you must be registered to the Chamber of Paris or Lyon. Okay. In Namibia, it's by voluntary, meaning members, they have freedom of choice to associate themselves with any association or chamber which feel that they can benefit from it. Because when you're alone, you cannot do so much, but if you're together and unite, you can do so much in a short time.
So obviously the question is, you know, anybody will ask, how can I benefit from such a body? What is the benefit to businesses?
For us as a Swakopmund Business Chamber, our main objective is we aspire to be the largest business organization representing the business community in Swakopmund, and with that is to serve them to be the voice, advocate for issues which has impact or influence on businesses in our town, and at the same time also be part of the organization bring as a platform, bringing business together for other opportunities of networking, opportunities where the business can grow, capacity building. And at the same time also, it's also very much important, the economy can only grow if businesses are doing well or we're attracting new investment. Part of our role is also to engage with the different stakeholders, both local and external also, to attract investment in our town. Because once investment is coming in our town, or in our region, even for Erongo region at large, it means that economic growth for our town, creating more employment, and at the same time also the city of Swakopmund will be in a better place.
Okay. So we've got Swakopmund being a business center in the region.
Yes.
We've got Walvis Bay as a business center. Omaruru is a pretty strong business center.
Yes.
What about the smaller towns? We're talking about Henties Bay, Arandis, Issakhos, Karabakh. Is there a possibility for them to associate themselves with the Swakopmund Chamber? And is there any plans to form an Erongo Chamber?
Okay. Definitely, Adam, because I think the name is Swakopmund Business Chamber, but we are not limiting to the areas outside Swakopmund, especially the smaller settlements or the smaller towns. They are welcome also to join the Swakopmund Business Chamber as a representative of them. And definitely, as a chamber, we are not close-minded people. We are open, and we are willing to form part of a group or an association of other chambers which are like-minded, which serve the interests at the end of the day for the whole Erongo or for the whole country. Yes.
So with regards to the ideas or plans that you're busy with currently,
yes.
What are they, and what is your vision for the next 3 to 5 years?
Okay. So first of all is to really be that voice which the business community need. And obviously you represent your members. That is the main focus. And in line with that, we are planning activities or events which can bring the business community together. Our the one which is upcoming, which we're still finalizing the date, which will be towards the end of this month, is to have a breakfast meeting with the business community.
Great.
And our guest speaker will be the CEO of Swakopmund. Because Swakopmund, in the last 3 years, a lot of things have been happening, and we can see how the city is diversifying. But it's also important that to have the CEO in the room, in a breakfast meeting with our business community, for them to hear from them what is the strategic plan of the city going forward for the next 5 years.
That's excellent.
And that's how then also business can be able to align themselves to say, and also diversifying their businesses to also their needs and the interest what needs to happen in town. That's first of all. So that is the main one there. And then secondly, we are able to grow other partnership, because we believe also smart partnership is important. We can't grow on our own, we need to grow together, and also that how we can also be able to solve issues. Because if this association, this embassy, or this ministry, if the three of us work together for tackling one problem, instead of each one doing our solo activities, we can be able to solve the problem faster and also do more for our community.
Excellent. So how does one become a member?
So we have a Facebook page,
Okay.
Swakopmund Business Chamber. Our email address is swakopchamber@gmail.com. And they can reach out to us on both on those two platforms. We'll be able to send the forms, which is very easy, straightforward. And what we currently, since we opened up last year, membership has been free until end of this month of March, because we felt it was important that we cannot deny people not to be part of the association because they cannot afford, because we saw that businesses have suffered really because of the pandemic, and especially Erongo region for the last 3 years, I think suffered more than any other region. And money has become difficult to get by, especially for SMEs. So there is that window since last year until end of this month is free membership, and then only from next month. So meaning if you sign up now before end of March, you only pay next year in 2023 when your 12 months comes to an end as a membership.
Well, Paul, thank you for joining us. People, there you have it. Business owners, seize the opportunity. Become part of our local forum, Business Chamber, the Swakopmund Business Chamber. Go visit their website, go visit their social media pages, and become part of the networking for the economic development, growth, enhancement, evolution of Swakopmund. Paul, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And any more developments, you let us know.
We'll definitely be in touch.
You take care.
Thank you.
Okay.
Platz am Meer is a landmark on the coastline of Namibia, a home to quality shops and quality restaurants, a select variety of fashion and food retailers, as well as banks, not to mention the pier with 36 luxury apartments and entertainment for the whole family. Find us at corner of Taborit and Albatross Street, Vineta North, Swakopmund. Call us on 064 462 242. Visit platzammeer.com.na or at Platz am Meer on Facebook. Platz am Meer, enhancing your coastal experience.
Hi there, welcome back for the last video. My name is Rowan van Dijk. I'm an author, speaker, and a leadership trainer. And we are working through the letters of the word leadership, and we have now reached the last letter, which is P. P refers to passion, your passion as a leader. So how passionate are you? Why is passionate important? Let me explain. Part of being a leader is developing other leaders. And for you to be able to develop other leaders, you need to influence those aspirant leaders to believe in you and to believe in your message that you have as a leader. And the only way that that's going to happen is you have to be 150% passionate about what you do. You have to be passionate about being a leader. You have to be passionate about your message. You have to eat, sleep, drink leadership and your message as a leader. That passion needs to be so infectious that they want to buy into you, that people around you want part of what it is that you have. And in that way, they will take on your message as a leader, and you will be able to influence them to then become better leaders, to then become leaders in their own right, and to carry on that message and maybe develop a message of their own, and in turn display that passion so that their mentees will follow them and they will then end up becoming leaders themselves. So it's a cycle that takes place, but it's your passion. And you know what? A friend of mine once explained how it works. He says that whatever it is that you're passionate about is what you will talk about fervently all the time. You will tell anybody that's willing to listen that which you are passionate about. So if you're passionate about being a leader, if you are passionate about your message and your goal as a leader, you will constantly talk about it, and you will end up influencing the people around you that listen to you. So those mentees that are looking up to you as a leader, they are going to buy into that passion. They're going to buy into that message. And in that way, you will be able to cultivate new leaders. As I said right in the beginning with the first video, if you want to know more about the different letters and more about the leadership flag, please go to Amazon, type in Why Great Leaders Are Catalysts, type in my name, Rowan van Dijk, and you will be taken to a page where this book, Why Great Leaders Are Catalysts, is available. And you can purchase the book online, download it, and read it at your own pace, and it will give you a lot more information about this. Also, remember to connect with me on any of the social media platforms, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel if you like this content. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so yet. Remember to click the bell icon so that you can be notified of all the new releases. And as I've said before, if you are passionate about the content, if you are passionate about being a leader, spread this message wherever you can. Tell every single person you come into contact with. Be an influencer, be passionate, and tell them to subscribe to the channel and share this information with them. Thank you very much for being part of the series, and I trust that now you have a far better understanding of what it takes to be a leader, and that you are in the position to do a self-assessment on yourself and identify whether you have all 10 of these leadership attributes. Don't worry if you don't yet have all of them in place. Get yourself a journal. Remember, if you write it down, then you can refer back to it and you can see and you can measure how you're doing. If you don't write it down, you can forget about it. So create a journal, write down the gaps, and you can plan your process going forward and identify what it is that you need to do to develop whichever of the letters are missing. Thank you very much for watching. I will catch you some other time.
Wednesday's weather report. For Walvis Bay, the sun will set 7:30 and will rise 1 minute to 7 on Thursday. Walvis Bay will experience a maximum of 22 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 22 degrees Celsius predicted for Thursday. A southwest wind will prevail with a speed of 13 kilometers per hour. For Swakopmund, the sun will set 7:30 and will rise 1 minute to 7 on Thursday. Swakopmund will experience a maximum of 21 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 21 degrees Celsius predicted for Thursday. A southwest wind will prevail with a speed of 11 kilometers per hour. For Walvis Bay, the sun will set 7:30 and will rise at 7 o'clock on Thursday. Walvis Bay will experience a maximum of 21 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 16 and a maximum of 21 degrees Celsius predicted for Thursday. A south-southwesterly wind will prevail with a speed of 11 kilometers per hour. For Arandis, the sun will set 7:28 and will rise 3 minutes to 7 on Thursday. Arandis will experience a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 13 and a maximum of 27 degrees Celsius predicted for Thursday. A west-southwesterly wind will prevail with a speed of 11 kilometers per hour. For Usakos, the sun will set 7:25 and will rise 5 minutes to 7 on Thursday. Usakos will experience a maximum of 33 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 12 and a maximum of 32 degrees Celsius predicted for Thursday. A west-southwesterly wind will prevail with a speed of 9 kilometers per hour. For Karibab, the sun will set 7:23 and will rise 6 minutes to 7 on Thursday. Karibab will experience a maximum of 32 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 11 and a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius predicted for Thursday. A southwest wind will prevail with a speed of 9 kilometers per hour. And lastly, for Omaruru, the sun will set 7:23 and will rise 6 minutes to 7 on Thursday. Omaruru will experience a maximum of 32 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 11 and a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius predicted for Thursday. A south-southwesterly wind will prevail with a speed of 9 kilometers per hour. And that was Wednesday's weather report. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of our lovely show for today, but fear not, we'll be joining you again tomorrow. Definitely same time, but not the same venue. If you'd like to read the stories which I read today, you can head over to our website, which is www.erongo.com.na. I repeat, www.erongo.com.na. And if you'd like to send us messages or you want to share some footage with us, contact our WhatsApp Telegram number, which is 011 7040. I repeat, 011 7040. And if you'd like to share some news tips with us, we have a brand new email just for that, so please make use of it, which is newstips@erongo.com.na. I repeat, newstips@erongo.com.na. We also have an online TV channel, which is 1up2.com. So please head over to 1up2.com if you want to watch Erongo Talk and many other shows of NMH. We're also on DSTV proudly, channel 285 for DSTV and channel 94 for GoTV. Channel 285 for DSTV and channel 94 for GoTV. So please do not be left behind. Grab those TV remotes, go on the website, visit the online TV channel and join the movement. From myself and I, it's a goodbye. We'll chat again next time.